armed forces are the same.
Hey everybody, it's Stitch Starcraft here, and today I'm going to be casting a very special game. It's going to be between luwayRush from the Team Rush in Taiwan, and actually it's a she. She's going to be matched up with the one and only Zerg King from Korea, July, but he is going to be playing on his account as July, I believe, on the Taiwanese server. And so both players, I think this was a show match from Taiwan. It was uploaded in the SC2C page by Roz, the team leader of Clan Invi, and this is going to be a very cool show match as our Zerg King is playing against one of the better Protosses, especially female Protosses around Asia, including Taiwan, that is. So this is going to be an interesting game. luwayRush, I don't know too much about Luway. I just know that she is a girl, and that is just interesting. I mean, girls, like in StarCraft, the size of girl players are very little. There's not a lot of girl players, as gaming is usually a men's sport. But let's hope Luway can show us otherwise today. If she plays one of the best, probably in my heart, the best Zerg ever. I mean, besides Fruit Dealer, July or JulyZerg is definitely my favorite Zerg of all time. And I don't know about Luway, but it is going to be a ZvP in the map Zelnaga Caverns, and it looks like Luway is going to be taking that very early Forge expand over here. That is going to be super interesting. And wow, what? This is so weird. I think there's something wrong with my colors. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and it looks like Luway is going to be going for that Forge expand, so we're going to have to expect a Nexus down right now. And July, is he going to get the scout on this? He's sending his Overlord very far. Normally, if you're a Zerg player, you would only send your Overlord over here, but it looks like July is deciding to send his Overlord all the way down to Luway's Natron. It looks like he's not even going to scout with his drone. And look at this. July playing a very safe build, going to be getting that speedling boost before he expands. That's a great build, and it looks like Luway might put down a pylon over here, and if he does, this is going to be bad for July because it's going to deny his expansion by so much. But it looks like Luway is just going to put his probe in the way as cannons come up over here at Luway's expansion. So it looks like July's got the full scout on everything. He's seen all of this, and he knows that he needs to get his own expansion right now, or else he'll be a lot far behind. And it looks like Luway's expansion is going to be done very soon. It's about 75% done as this Overlord tries to get another sneak peek at Luway's base. There is a gateway coming up, and it looks like the photon cannon is going to get 2 shots off at that Overlord. And it looks like the scouting probe got sniped out. Notice how July is not putting any drones on gas. This is the build you want, especially when you're trying to expand without any pressure. I mean, he can tell that Luway is not going to be pushing anytime soon because he just got that gateway very late. So he won't be pushing anytime soon, probably not until in like 2 minutes or so. So I mean, this is the build that most Zergs I think should go. They should be very smart because I mean, each drone does count towards your economy, and if you put them on minerals, it means you're going to get more minerals and you can saturate your expansion a lot faster, put up some spines instead of using them on gas, unless you decide to tech up straight away. But I think JulyZerg making a very excellent decision right now. He's got that speedling, that's good enough. He's even going to get that safe Roach Warren in case there's a small Zealot or Stalker push. So he's playing very smart. He just got back on the gas because he does have that Roach Warren up. His expansion just came up. The Queen is already made. And it looks like luwayRush here is not going to get his gateway research yet. Instead, he's going to get another gateway. And this is just interesting. I mean, usually for a Protoss player, you really want that gateway. I mean, warp gate research soon. But it looks like Luway's trying to scout for some Overlords he can hunt down to put JulyZerg behind. And notice this, Luway has no scout on this place. I mean, as a Protoss player, you really need to have that scout down. I mean, especially when you're against Zerg, they can play Nidus on you, they can do all sorts of nasty things on you, and you just need that scout down. It looks like Luway just getting that warp gate, and JulyZerg not even going to be saturating his expansion. Looks like he might be going for that 2-base Roach timing push. This is going to be interesting. Is he going to do it? Because Luwei does not have, but it looks like one cannon comes up right before the push, and we've got enough cannons to defend this push. And wow, my computer just lagged, but it looks like this cannon might be taken out as these two Roaches snipe down the cannon, and there goes the cannon. But there is this there is another cannon near the mineral line, so that's definitely going to be beneficial. I mean, right now, I think JulyZerg needs to take out that pylon. That pylon would be highly beneficial if he takes it out, although it won't unpower any sort of thing. But it looks like, wow, oh my goodness, Luwei putting down an excellent force field, the perfect force field you need just to get that, just to prevent the Zerg from getting that concave. And it looks like this cannon might even survive with doing a lot of damage. Oh, it might not. The cannon looks like it might get taken out. With the cannon taken out, this is going to be huge right now, and a lot of Speedlings and Roach, just Speedlings actually, just rushing in, and Luwei really has to be careful with these Stalkers before his Warp Gate comes up. He needs to Chrono Boost his Warp Gate as soon as he can, because right now he's going to be super behind, and it looks like, wow, oh my god, I think Luwei lost a lot of economy over there. Right now he's behind by 6 probes, and he got the expansion earlier than JulyZerg. This is exactly what you expect from a player like JulyZerg. Great player, knows when to commit to the push and when to saturate it. I mean, right now, look at his base. Both bases are well saturated, and he's just got very good macro, micro, and he did so much damage, yet he got back in economy so quick. Looks like he's even going for these destructible rocks, trying to gain that advantage of hurting Luwei's economy right now. If he does get this gold, he has to be really careful. I mean, for Zerg player, the gold is probably the hardest expansion to get in this map, because unlike Terran, you can't just fortify it with like a planetary fortress. So I mean, it does take quite some micro skills to defend it. It looks like JulyZerg here going to be going for Hydra, so it might be a Roach Hydra push, because his Roach Warren is researching the Roach speed. And is he going to put down an expansion over here? I truly hope so, because I would love to see JulyZerg do something that ballsy. But it looks like Luwei is going to get his expansion saturated very soon, but you can honestly tell how behind he is. I mean, he is right now, he is behind by, oh my god, 8 workers. That's pretty big. I mean, 8 workers, and plus he did have the expansion down before JulyZerg did. So I mean, you can just tell how that 2-base Roach lane push is just so strong. And it looks like JulyZerg is not going to expand over here. It's going to take this third over here, the safe third. But it looks like luwayRush is going to be pushing out right now as 2 Hydras come out. It looks like if we look at the unit count right now, JulyZerg having 6 Roaches and 16 Zerglings, this hatchery might get sniped out depending on Luwei's vision. And it looks like this probe is going to have the scout right on the hatchery in its production rate, and it looks like JulyZerg might have to cancel that, as these destructible rocks are also taken down. So we might see an engagement over here, but it looks like in that time JulyZerg will have the army capable to attack this attacking army from Luwei, and we're going to have some Stalkers and Zealots over here. This expansion definitely will be cancelled, and it looks like JulyZerg is just trying to bait Luwei by a bit, and it looks like Luwei did deny the expansion. Very good push over there. I mean, denying the Zerg from taking that third so early is definitely going to be beneficial, and it looks like we're going to have an engagement over here. Some very good force fields blocking the Zerglings inside, but you don't want the Zerglings to get that attack and surround on you. I mean, right now, JulyZerg playing very well, pulling back his Zerglings and going to not commit to this push, but that, I think, was a very good decision by July. I mean, he didn't lose a lot of Zerglings. Usually you would see a Zerg player just throw all their Zerglings at that army and they would just completely lose it. But it looks like July coming back with a huge counter right now. This might be very dangerous for Luwei over here. His sentries did use up a lot of force fields. Some very good force fields blocking all the Hydras from getting in. And it looks like JulyZerg just going to be losing half his army right there. But it looks like these Hydras do have some range right now. And is there going to be more force fields? Yes, he splits the army once again. This is going to be huge, but it looks like the force fields are wearing down. And I think Luwei does have the army to take this out right now, because he does have a lot. But there are a lot of Hydras on the field, actually. I think July needs to pull back, but it looks like these Stalkers might be able to catch up with them. And July right now, as he is doing this, he is also putting down that third. His third is almost coming up. He's putting up a lot of pressure for Lu Wei right now. I mean, if you look at Lu Wei, he is well oversaturated, and he needs that expansion. He realizes it right now. Going to be taking down those destructible rocks. And we'll just have to see if July is going to be pushing in right at the time Lu Wei doesn't want him to push in, and it looks like he does. And this is going to be quite a problem right now, because I mean, this army is fairly strong, and I think right now JulyZerg might be favored in this attack, unless Lu Wei can pull off more force fields. But he's running out of sentries, and he needs those sentries. But right now he is forced to make stalkers because of the roaches and hydras, and JulyZerg just putting up so much pressure right now as he is getting his expansion down. JulyZerg very playing his A game right now, right here. I mean, he is doing so well. Look at this. He's got that. Does he have that? No, he does not have the hive down. He's not getting infestors as well. It looks like he's really committing to this push, and it's doing so well. I mean, if you look at the army count right now. Oh, actually, we're going to have an engagement right here, and it looks like there's not enough force fields for Lu Wei, but he might just even take this army out. And it looks like JulyZerg actually losing a lot of army right now because of these force fields. I think what he needs to do is he has to send half his army here and half his army there, so he can flank Lu Wei in a way that Lu Wei can't force field out of it. And it looks like right now JulyZerg is just going to pull back and macro up a bit. Is he going to get that gold? I am still wondering, but he is going to get his third saturated. If you look at the workers count, wow, it looks like Lu Wei's catched up, but look at how saturated this expansion is. He really needs to get that third down. And it looks like he is still sticking with that 4 gate with, actually no, there is a 7 gate. He does have a robo here, and he's got that blink stalker upgrade. And oh my god, I absolutely love what July's doing here. He's contaminating that warp gate, not allowing Lu Wei to produce more units. And right now you can just tell that July is not deciding to push out yet. I mean, right now he's getting banelings. I love baneling play against Protoss. That is just great. And it looks like Lu Wei is going to even wall up over here. Very good wall up. I think there is a slight gap, but he's going to cover it with exactly what he needs, a pylon. And it looks like July might be ready to push out soon, because he is starting on his army, and it looks like he's making full baneling roaches and hydras. We've seen this play from Moonglade quite often in the SCA server, and I don't know if July's doing this, but I mean, this is a very good play against a high gateway unit play, because I mean, Protoss, the thing with Protoss is they love to clump up their units, and I mean, if you can get that baneling bust on so many units, that's going to be huge. And it looks like there might be a baneling bust down this ramp, but I don't think JulyZerg is making the right decision, wasting all his banelings on these warp gates, and that's exactly what he did. And that was a terrible decision made by JulyZerg. I mean, he lost so many units over there. It was not even worth it. I don't think it was worth it at all. All he took out was 2 gateways and not even another photon cannon. So that was definitely a waste of almost like 30 banelings over there. And it looks like he's even behind by almost 2,000 minerals in the game. And it looks like he might be pushing right into the natural of Lu Wei. Is Lu Wei ready for this? He might take out the cybernetics core. This is going to be quite big. It means there won't be any more stalker production. And wow, great play over there by JulyZerg, but he might lose some roaches. But that was definitely worth it, because it puts Lu Wei behind by quite a lot, since he doesn't have that cybernetics core. And it looks like in the meantime he also contaminated that robotics facility, denying that colossi from coming out. And it looks like Lu Wei is going to be saturating his third as well, as Zerg is going for the gold. And this is just great play by JulyZerg. I absolutely love what he's doing. He's even going to take that observer out. That's very vital. I mean, you never want the Protoss to see exactly what you're doing all the time. I think JulyZerg might be pushing down over here. He might try to take out some gateways again, but I think he decides that is definitely not the push I want to make, and the decision I want to make once again. He does have that Spire coming out. Where is that Spire? Oh, the Spire's over here. And this is actually interesting. For Protoss players out there, I've seen players put maybe 2 or 3 stalkers behind the mineral line, and what you do is you just keep sniping out the drones over here, and that does so much damage, because I mean, It's very good because you can blink back and forth, and that's just awesome. But it looks like JulyZerg is a bit oversaturated over here. He needs to transfer some drones to his gold, and it looks like he's doing that right now as a few mutas come out. Wow, actually that's quite a lot of mutas. When we look at the unit count, he does have 15 mutas on the field, 23 banelings, and 20 roaches. These mutas are going to go for the harass. This is going to be quite important right now. Does JulyZerg... Okay, there is no... Oh my god, if he takes out these pylons that are creating the Colossi might come out at the wrong time. Will these mutas catch the Colossi off guard? The Colossi is coming out. Oh my god, these mutas must take out the Colossi. Oh no, they're not going to take out the Colossi as a lot of stalkers come. But it looks like the mutas will have to be forced to pull back right now. But in the meantime, how many probes did he kill right there? I don't think a lot. Oh my goodness, luwayRush is at 81 probes. You can tell this player is a high macro player with the probes he has, as JulyZerg is on 67, but he does have the gold. So basically, these lucky drones over here are bringing back 2 times the money for their little families in their huts. So I mean, that's going to be highly beneficial. And it looks like JulyZerg sticking with a very highly mobile army. He is getting those mutas. There are a lot of mutas, but it looks like Luway might be going for a push over here. This is going to be quite big. Is JulyZerg going to... He's definitely going to have to pull back all those mutas. And is he going to do anything to this? The banelings run in here, and oh my god, a bit late on the force field, and it looks like a lot of banelings are going to explode. Wow, that was a huge push. So it looks like there's too many stalkers for these mutas. These mutas are melting away so fast, and it looks like, oh no. It looks like JulyZerg's in huge trouble right now. I honestly don't know who might win this race. Oh no, oh my god. JulyZerg looks like he might lose a lot right now. Would this be the game ender for JulyZerg? As he does have a few units, not enough to defend this push though. luwayRush playing very well. Taking out the gold, and he's probably going to go down and take the third right now. I don't know what July can do. He doesn't have anything to counter that Colossi, because the mutas melt so quickly, and Corruptors would probably die because of this heavy Stalker build. And this build we have seen very common for most Protoss players is where they mass a lot of sentries. This is a highly effective build against Zerg. It's very hard to counter. I mean, with this many Stalkers at such an upgrade, it is going to be so vital. And it looks like there's going to be another engagement here. A few banelings do set up. A lot of Hydras. These Colossus are not in range to kill the Hydras. And it looks like some very good blink micro over there. The Roaches can't get the attack on the Hydras, but it looks like that's a very good micro pushing back, forcing Luray to come out. But it looks like Luray's army is melting quite quickly as 2 Corruptors come out. And oh my gosh, I really don't know who can win this, but it looks like Luway's just doing a ton of damage, taking out 2 expansions at once. That was a huge economic damage, and he is losing not a lot of guys right now. So that's going to be very beneficial. It looks like there's going to be another engagement. I don't think JulyZerg might be able to take out this. It looks like he's going to push him back, but oh no, Luway does have a lot more guys over here. And it looks like Luway might even take this game right now, unless these Hydras do some magnificent amount of damage. There are a lot of Zerglings, but I think too many Corruptors in the mix. He needs more Hydras right now, because Hydras will definitely be beneficial. And Luway is just really playing a bit defensive right now. I think he really needs to start getting more expansions down since he's got this lead. His army is a lot bigger, and he can really take out JulyZerg any single time. I'm not sure. It looks like this Colossi. Oh my god, is this Colossi going to go back home safely? The Corruptors are chasing after him. These angry Corruptors, I don't think they're going to commit because of all these Stalkers. And it looks like these Corruptors might be catched off guard. Oh no, all these Corruptors. 2 Corruptors, 3 Corruptors down, and that was just poor micro over there by JulyZerg. Looks like JulyZerg is actually really stressing out right now. He's got, his army size is almost half the size of luwayRush, and that is just a bad sign for him. I mean, and he doesn't even have those expansions. I mean, look at this. He's so concentrated on rebuilding his army. He doesn't even have money for that third base, and it looks like JulyZerg might even lose this game because he is so far behind, and that is just totally bad news. I mean, look at this long distance mining. This expansion is almost out, and it looks like a few Corruptors are going to run around trying to scout for expansion. But Luway, he definitely needs an expansion right now. He is so behind. Looks like 3 changelings are going to run into luwayRush's base, and oh my god, these corruptors! Oh no, he's really he really needs to be careful with these corruptors. I mean, like, he doesn't want to lose them, and it looks like he's going to lose. Oh, he's going to lose 1 as these corruptors fly away everywhere. And they're just not going to do any damage as Luway pushes out, going to be securing his gold base. And this is going to be quite important because it looks like July is also going to be securing his 3rd base, but Luway is going to be pushing out over here. And both players, oh my god, Luway's army is completely scary for a Zerg player. I mean, this is basically the death ball. I mean, simply enough, these three types of units can simply end the game for a Zerg when masked. I mean, it's just so hard to take out this death ball. It's just impossible sometimes. And it looks like JulyZerg is actually having quite some trouble with this death ball. But oh my god, I really don't know what JulyZerg can do right now. I mean, his army is so small. It is like oh my god, he even wastes all those banelings on this Colossi. That is just. It looks like GG might be right here as Luway finishes off this army. And is he going to finish JulyZerg's army off? He needs to blink again. 1 blink and it would be gone for this whole army. And it looks like JulyZerg is going to have to GG right here as his army just melts away with the 4 micro skill. And right there, I think Luway is going to take this game as he finishes off JulyZerg's gold expansion. Some very good play by Luway. Over here, I can't believe she won this game. Just some very excellent game reading skills. I mean, even with that huge damage that JulyZerg did at the start of this game, it looks like Luway, our female player from Taiwan in the Team Rush, will be beating the Zerg King GSL Code S. And this, I think, will be GG. We're just going to be waiting for JulyZerg's call on this, and it will be game. And the GG. Is the GG gonna come? What is July doing? He must be like sipping on his coffee or something, like eating Starcraft nutrition bars, energy bars, because he was too tired from training. And GG. 1 last Baneling bust, and it's going to be GG. Yes, there goes the GG from our king of the Zergs, and 1 excellent game over here. I can't believe it. The biggest. I honestly love JulyZerg, and I can't believe that he lost in this game. I have to congratulate Luway for her awesome playing skills. I mean, this is just epic game. I mean, JulyZerg, don't worry, man. I am still a huge supporter of you, and well played by both players. This is one of the best games I've ever watched. And this show match is, this show match came from Taiwan, so all credits go to the Taiwan Team Rush for setting up this game with ST July, aka Startail JulyZerg, the king of the Zergs. And I hope you guys like this cast. This cast is I think one of the matches from the show match between luwayRush and ST July. And I hope you guys like this cast. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.